What is going on, everyone? This is Dylan from We The Coasters. We're checking on in, back again at Universal Orlando Resort. It is a much normal April day. Easter has already came by and the crowds have definitely died down. So we are back to the regular operations where the crowds aren't going to be too crazy and should be very, very fun. So we're going to check out the park, see how it is. So let's get started. Of course, last time we were at Universal Orlando Resort, the Super Mario Galaxy movie just premiered. That's why they had a big thing going on by, and they still have the photo op right over here. We're going to give you a closer look at some of this stuff, as I know last time there before it was definitely crazier, but now, of course, the crowd is not there. So let's show you a closer look. Of course, since our last visit to Universal Orlando Resort, a couple of new changes really went in full force, and we're going to show you that when we actually go up the stairs and show you the big one that really came on by. Now, just to showcase where we're at, we are on top of where Cinemark normally would be. And this is where they have Bread Box right over here, and then these three areas here where they have for food, which is a Moe's Southwest Grill, a Panda Express, and a BK Whopper Bar. Now, as we are walking in through here, Moe's is right here straight ahead of us. Panda Express, as you see right over here. And the BK Whopper Bar is actually closing down very soon. They made an announcement that I believe within the next week it should be remaining open. Then it will close and be turned to a Five Guys. Did not expect this news at all, but wow. Now, what's funny is that I'm more surprised as Burger King has been around for quite some time, and that I did not think that was going to be a thing. But you know what? Lo and behold, here it is. So if you want to get a Whopper while you are here, now's the time to do so. Because once this place goes down, that is it. Now, I have only been here once or twice, and I didn't really care for it. It wasn't my cup of tea, but I will eventually have to come back here and get something here, because why not? So, yeah, just want to showcase that this will soon be Five Guys. I want to quickly showcase something on the very outside area here, actually by the Bread Box. I don't know if people ever noticed this before. If you notice very carefully this triangle thing that's moving around, if you notice very, very carefully from Back to the Future, it's a little Easter egg from the queue that's out there. If you know what I mean, well, I don't need to explain much. But it's the Institute of Future Technology. I know, it's crazy how they have this over here. Well, it was bound to happen at a point in time. The Epic Universe Preview Center has closed its doors for good. They literally made this announcement a few days ago, and they said it was going to be open for another day or two, and that was it. So, what you see here, this will be a thing of the past. This is kind of similar as to what happened when Islands Adventure was being constructed down the block over here, and then the Preview Center at Universal Studios, and that didn't last long after the park had actually fully opened. So now, here we are at City Walk, with this being closed, and what they're going to do is they're going to bring it back to the legacy store that was the original throwback thing and all that there, and they're going to bring it back, maybe some new added twists to it, maybe keep it the same, who knows. I think they're going to add some added twists there, especially with the fact that a couple of other attractions have closed down since the this store has been transformed to the Preview Center, like Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket that's right over here, Shrek 4D, just to name a few of the attractions that closed since this Preview Center was under construction and opened up. So yeah, hard enough to believe though. It's totally crazy. But I can't wait to see it come back. I'm very excited. And when this reopens, this will be the time when Kyle comes down. So keep an eye on that when we are here in early May to check it out. Before we go into the parks, I just want to showcase some stuff else that's going on by. The fountains, they've been working more lately, which is good to see. I do like it, especially when that hot summer season's going to be coming on in. That will really come in handy. And, you know, in the springtime, it's going to be in the early, mid to high 80s, give or take, around that range. So it's going to really come in handy there. And then you can see the progress going on with Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift taking place. You can see they have now added a giant wall over here that's kind of in front of where the old Nickelodeon Studios used to be right over here. And we have more footers being taken place. But it's not just that. We have new supports that are now starting to show up, and it's on the other side of studios where if you keep going past Race Through New York in that direction, that's where they're starting to show. So that is actually really cool. We'll showcase that when we get over to that area. But the big thing we found out, the sports will be blue and the track will be gray. An interesting color combination of track and support. It's interesting. You know, as we were walking here on City Walk, if we head over towards Islands of Adventure, there's been a big question that's being asked. There was an announcement that took place, I would say about a month or two ago, about the new Luke Bryan country, I believe it was like a nightclub or something. I can't remember. It's a nightclub or nightlife, some type of thing, karaoke thing. A lot of people thought it was going to be where City Walk's Rising Star was going to be, which is in that upper area, but it's not. It's going to actually be right over here within this vicinity. Now, as you can tell, all of these shops that you see right over here are still open, and they have not done any construction projects. And it's supposed to take place right around over here. So a lot of the vicinity of the building is going to be right around that you're seeing over here. Now, when does this get built? When is construction going to start? You know, the typical stuff. And unfortunately, there's been no word yet as to when this is going to happen. But they may not say that it's going to happen. There's a big giant building, but I don't know. Now, I'm very on the fence about it. Well, the idea sounds interesting, that we've never seen anything like this before, a country style type of thing, but I just don't like the location for it because, on one hand, I don't like how it's going to be over here where it's going to block the water, and then you see Tucson, then you see Hard Rock, all around this area here, and I don't know. That's just me in my opinion. The placement feels kind of whack, but, you know, if you look out here, like this is the lagoon where the boats take place, where in this direction going that way, that's where Royal Pacific and Sapphire Falls are, where you take that boat right over here, and this is where you get dropped off over here, whereas if you go to the right, be Hard Rock and Portofino respectively. So just want to showcase that. It's going to be right where I'm standing, around this vicinity right over here, in this particular spot. And I'm not sure if I've mentioned this there, but the hangar plane of Jimmy Buffett's is back. They have fully reconstructed it, and it looks a lot better than it has before. And the other big thing that they have is that they have talked about this plane right over here. So it's actually cool how they have this over here. It's called the Hemispheric Dancer. So like I said, I'm not sure if I did talk about this, if it did come back or not, in the past Universal visit or two, but I did want to showcase it is back though. And it looks like they did a very good job on it. Over at NBC Sports Grill, looks like there is a hot set production going on by. So they are doing some filming in the building over here. So as far as to what entirely, I am not entirely sure about that, but if I'm going to take a guess, it would probably have to do stuff with anything with like the Olympics coming up maybe. Probably get some B-roll of certain things within the NBC stuff going on all around. That's my guess. I doubt it, but we'll see. But if anyone knows about what's going on, let me know in the comments down below. Universal Studios Florida. Mardi Gras officially has ended for the year. And the next big event that'll be coming on by will be Halloween Horror Nights, which will be taking place at the end of August. And be making its way till early November. But here we are in mid-April. And of course, well, this is going to be that timeline where nothing really is going on. Your typical normal Universal visit. And yeah, should be very, very good. So a couple other things to notice. A lot of the paint that's around here where you get your tickets and all stuff like that is being converted to white. Why they're changing that, I will never know. It feels kind of weird. It really does. Just to show the difference of what this is here. So this is what they call the administration building that's right over here. See the paint? That's the original look that's here. And now is being changed to white. And there really hasn't been any word of why they're doing this, but feels kind of interesting. So I feel like this is gonna be the last time I'm gonna see the paint as is, and then everything will be all into this crystal-like white that's over here. So it's a rather interesting decision though. But you see they also got the letters all taken care of on the new paint, and then of course they took out the letters saying ATM that's in there, and then of course this will be the last set that they'll take over where the strollers parking and all that is there. Of course, the building for the VIP tour check-in is still open, that's there. But all they're doing is paint on the outside. They're not doing anything much there. But one thing many people don't know is that the Universal Studios directory have a thing where they have the executive producers mainly talk about the original Universal Studios, as you can see right over here. Now, if you've also noticed, they have painted all this white too. And I'm more surprised they have these open. Well, let me say this again in a way to make sure people understand. Quote unquote open, but they're not really open, but that they're still there because, you know, you can buy your tickets on the app. I feel like, you know, you can still get your tickets here, which is cool that they have that kind of old school feeling, but of course, it's a lot more fees if you do it that way. And of course, you can get express right over here too, which is neat. So, keep an eye on the things that's going on by here with Universal Studios. Park is open today, by the way, from 10 to 9, and Alan's Adventure from 9 to 8. All right, we did not have to wait too long to get into Universal Studios Florida. So a couple of things to showcase before we do some rides. Let's showcase the first thing, which is the fact about Bourne Stuntacular. This is a rather bit of a concern, to say the least, and also they still have the work walls up around where the stoplight area is. It looks like they're going to do some work on this road stuff that's over here that would be used for the walkway. And Scooby-Doo and the gang are over here. So Bourne Stuntacular, probably wondering, why am I showcasing this? Well, there's been some new things recently. They have people out here showcasing scanning a QR code with the Universal app for showtimes and information. Now, normally when you get to Universal, you see that the rides and attractions are shown first, and then the shows are on an extra tab that's out there. So it's a little bit different that's out here, but they showcase this out here for people to see the show. It does bring a bit of a concern because I do love the show a lot. And then they have these shown around, literally all around the Hollywood block. And then this has been a bit of a meme, to say the least, of all the showtimes. And they have this plaster like as if it's, you know, like permanent time slots that they have on there. It's rather interesting, but it does bring a bit of concern of what really is going on with Bourne Stuntacular. Again, this is a very great show, and I highly recommend to anyone who's ever been to Universal Orlando, who's never been here before, to check out this show. It is amazing. You may not know even anything about Bourne Stuntacular, and the show is amazing. It is a worthy successor to Terminator, and you know what? I hope for the best for the show because it is such a great show, though. Before I actually showcase anything about Fast and Furious, I did want to talk very briefly about HHN. Yes, tickets are on sale. Hard to believe. Again, we're in April. We are in April. And they have tickets available for the event. They also have it for the premium HHN event as well. They now have it to 2 nights. So I believe it's like, what, $350, I think it is? Instead of like the typical, you know, $75, $85 ticket that's out there. That way you deal with like not a lot of crowds and all that stuff. But it's a rather interesting concept, and I have seen video footage of how the event is, and just right now I don't think it's intriguing enough for that price tag. I feel like Universal kind of dropped it a tiny bit, and of course I gotta have the right time off when that happens. You know, maybe, we'll see, but right now, not really the case. So now that I talked about HHN, now let's talk about Fast and Furious. Nothing new to report by the stage area where that Rip Ride Rocket entrance plaza used to be for the track and all that, but that's gonna be a while until we get something brand new coming around there. However, they have extended the wall area where Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift is. So originally you could see like all 4 of the car vehicles that's out there, but now you only see like a car and a half. So it's rather interesting how they have that set up, but it is what it is. Also, they have added a temporary studio directory sign right over here to the left, showcasing for Transformers, Revenge of the Mummy, Fast and Furious Supercharged, Hogwarts, Diagon Alley, and Men in Black Alien Attack. I mean, they wouldn't really do Racing New York because it's literally right there, but I get why though. They've also added a little makeshift ramp right over there for the Metropolis Tribune area over here. So there's another big thing about Fast and Furious. We're gonna showcase that when we get to a good spot, and we'll showcase it when we get to this little edge area over here, or well, wherever the good area is to showcase it. Well, I don't know how well you can really see it, but we actually have new supports that have shown up for the roller coaster somewhere around this vicinity of the area. Now, of course, this area is still open, but can't go too far in because of the obvious. You know, that's where the Universal, you know, team members go and all that. But there it is. You can see it. You got 2 of them. You see those blue supports right over here. See those 2, and then another little one right over here. That is insane that you are seeing this at first glance. We now have supports for the new ride, and we're so far away still. They have also taken off the doors of the firehouse building right over here. And then, of course, where they have the facade where the old coaster track would go through Rip Ride Rocket, obviously they moved a little more off the area. But yeah, lots of work. Also new steel over here. So yeah, it's crazy what they're doing here. I'm so glad Intamin is doing this project. Thank God. Also, I don't know if you ever noticed, there's like a little camera right there. So, interesting. Alrighty, we are back in the New York area. Just had to take a quick breather walking around and checking out some stuff, and now we're back in here. Revenge of the Mummy is currently listed as there's a sun flare there, a 15-minute wait. Now, fun fact, when looking at the Universal app, the longest wait time was 20 minutes, and that was Simpsons and E.T. Yes, and Lynn's here.
Hi, I'm here.
she just magically showed up, but no, the wait times here are super empty. Like, I mean, like, no one's here. So if you so if you really want to get on rides, this is the perfect day to do so, really. And for context, Ounce Adventure, the longest wait time there is 75 minutes with Hagrid's. Everything else is 20 minutes and under. We're talking like when we checked on the phone, right as Lynn showed up, 20 minutes for WeTheCoasters. 20 minutes. That is absolutely insane. So we're gonna get our stuff in the locker and let's go do Revenge of the Mummy. So we're heading over to Fast and Furious Supercharged. We got off Mummy not too long ago. Before we talk about Revenge of the Mummy, this is the Ghirardelli building that's under the refurb right now. This thing is like really tarped and covered. Holy cow. So lots of work being done over there. And of course, we were doing Fast and Furious Supercharged because the ride will be shut down eventually down the road. That's why we're doing the rides now and go from there. Lynn, real quick, Revenge of the Mummy. What'd you think?
It's good to be back.
Oh yeah.
I haven't been here in a bit.
That's right, your first trip since post-Texas trip, so.
Yeah, also, first trip since January.
That's right.
That's the last time I was here.
So yeah, we're about ready to ride. Let's go. So we've also heard some interesting things after riding Fast and Furious Supercharged that Richter's and the candy company, there could be some changes coming up very, very soon. Big changes. So it won't be a true San Francisco. It's gonna be a little bit more of a Amity feel. Yeah, there's gonna be some new.
I heard that they're gonna have smash burgers.
Yes. Well, smash style burgers in the way, because technically, Richter's is a burger place,
But
and
it's
it's
just regular burgers.
correct.
Which caused food poisoning for Dylan.
Well, that was 4 years ago, but I haven't been back. Well, I think I've only been back there like once or twice since then, so and that's why I probably haven't been back there since. So, I mean, normally my go-to, my bad, maybe is Louis, because Louis is good, and I like the food there. Or Mel's, either one. But yeah, so we heard they're gonna be making changes, and it's supposed to come around probably about a month from now when everything will be fully ready to go. So we heard they got pictures for it, and they're getting everything set up from there. Like, we've only heard this from hearsay, but it's looking like it's gonna be a thing. So keep an eye on Richter's for the foreseeable future coming on up and all that. Now, Lynn, we're technically done with studios. Why is that?
Well, for Dylan's birthday, late birthday surprise, we're gonna go see the Super Mario Galaxy movie. The DX version at Cinemark.
Yes,
So
over
not
at
3D,
Cinemark.
but that step above, apparently. So I sort of kind of wanted to get an early preview, so I saw it in my hometown, which is like, you know, a small rundown theater. It's not run very well.
Meanie.
But I didn't see the best version of it, but I just told him, look, it's good. We gotta see it.
Which, by the way, that movie's been making...
I am dressed for the occasion, by the way.
Yes. And the movie has been making a lot of money. I think last I heard
It's at like 400 million.
Yeah. Like,
The
it's
critics
done.
are hating it, so it's good.
Hey, where have we seen that before?
On like every single movie that has been released recently.
Well, not just that, but even the first Mario movie had the same thing too.
Yeah,
So,
and it made like over $1 billion, which I wonder if the sequel is going to make over $1 billion again, just to, you know,
yeah.
prove a point.
And I know, obviously, you know, when we had the timeline, they had the Yoshi character meet and greet around the timeline, which, of course,
Over
that
in,
stopped.
Epic Universe.
Correct.
They also have some limited edition food items over at the Toaster Cafe. They're doing a lot to promote the movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they did really good. So, So anyways, we're gonna head on over and check out the movie and Cinemark. Actually, you know what? We may as well show you Cinemark because I know we never really showcased that.
We didn't do it last time when we saw the Mario movie, which ironic enough.
Yeah, that was the last time I was in there.
Last time we saw it, it was Shrek 2, right?
Prior to that point in time, yeah. Yeah, so
Man.
it'd be like that. So we'll see you guys over at Cinemark. All right, here we are inside the movie theater. We're in number 17, which means we're going up the escalator. So they got a decent selection of movie theaters that are here. And me and Lynn, we've been here before when they had the first Super Mario movies mentioned for before. And the time prior for me, yep,
that was a fiasco because I accidentally booked it to the one in Fun Spot. No, not Fun Spot, Icon Park.
Right, but now we got the one here. And then the other time I seen that was when they had Shrek 2 here. So yeah, interesting timeline. So now we're getting ready to see that. We're gonna go watch the movie and we'll see you back later on. Well, I'll tell you what, for being in this movie theater and seeing 2 Mario movies, I'm very impressed.
Ironic enough, from the same, not really series per se, but...
Well, I mean, not the same company in a way, but yeah. So let's just say, first off, movie experience in general was great. Everyone was chill. I mean, to be fair, we're here on a Wednesday, so it's not really as crowded.
It's very dead.
It's very dead. So, I mean, we literally about had the whole theater ourselves. And they had at least, like, what, 8 movie theaters in here to showcase the film? Some in the 3D and some in the regular, whatever way it would be there.
We had the XD version, which is like a larger screen and surround sounds.
Yeah, so they, just to make sure everyone's aware about that. Now, the movie itself was great. It was fantastic.
It was great.
I don't want to go spoiler heavy for those who have not seen it, but we do recommend it. If you've seen the first one, the second is just as good. And if you've not seen the first one, you may want to see that first before seeing that one, because...
Yeah, or at least play some of the newer Mario series, especially Galaxy.
Oh man, they went heavy on the nostalgia. Holy moly. So, I do hope in some form they expand Nintendo.
Please.
And indoctrinate some of what was shown in the movie for there, because that would be great.
Question is though, aside from at Luigi's Mansion, what other series should they do? Super
Mario Sunshine?
They technically already did it in the movie.
Well, but I mean a hardcore one though.
No. That wouldn't work.
I don't know.
Could expand a bit more on the Star Fox series because...
Smash Brothers?
No. That would just be a money grab. Too easy.
Come on.
But I would say if they expanded a bit more with the Star Fox series, like, because that series really needs a revival, and I say that as, you know, Star Fox fan.
Yeah.
Yes, I nerded out.
Yeah, she nerded out hard. Well, technically, when she saw it the first time, spoiler. So, yeah. But no.
They should have been silent about it and just let the theaters just explode.
Yes. But I will say, though, the experience in there was pretty good. It was great to be back in there. And I think this is the first time both of us went up the escalators to go into the theaters, you know, upstairs and all that. I think so.
I thought we did last time.
I don't know. I think we were downstairs. I don't remember. But I mean, it was great to be back up there. However, there's, you know, lots of clothes. It's all mobile to kind of get in and all that, you know, just checking in. So this feels like kind of like a relic in a way. So do keep in mind that.
The new generation.
Yeah,
especially
right.
with their quote-unquote previews.
Yes.
Here's a commercial. Scan the QR code.
Nothing but ads, man. Very little movie trailers.
But
yeah, very little movie trailers.
Not it.
Ridiculous.
We
all
go
right.
back.
So we have finished up with the movie. We're gonna be checking into the
4:15 right now.
Yes, and we're gonna be checking into the hotel. What hotel, you may ask? Well,
You'll find out.
yeah, you'll find out. So head over there right now. Okay, so we're at Alan's Adventure. So we checked into Helios not long ago, and Lynn, what'd they do for us there?
They gave us Park View again.
I can't believe them. All for turning 31 and being a vlogger and celebrating 4 years together with this one here. So
Soon 4 years.
Well,
End of March. End of May. Do you remember what day, dear? He knows that's the end of March.
Wait. Whoa. Now you're not knowing?
Yeah, I do know it. I was just testing you.
You said March. This was like, whoa, hold.
I get confused between March and May.
And she gives me a lot of issues.
March is my parents' anniversary.
Here.
May
I'll
is
take
ours.
the guess. Don't judge it. 22nd.
Nope, 25.
Knew it. Damn it. I'm gonna get it one day, folks. Oh yeah. Anyways, let's get into the park because we are what may be for the final time, checking out Mythos. I'll explain more in detail when we get inside. Whoa, someone lost their hat. Well, we're seeing as is, and here we are heading into Mythos.
This episode is dedicated to my father.
What possibly may be our final time checking this out. And we've been here a few times before. I think like this is like our 4th time together. So we're gonna check in, enjoy everything about it, because there's a lot to explain about this place. All right, our food just arrived. Here's the thing that I did a small little cut for. And Lynn got her Wagyu burger that was there.
Yeah.
The server was cool.
He convinced me to get the Wagyu burger instead of the chicken. So there's that.
So that's just how it is from there. And fork, knife, and spoon grilled cheese that's over here as well. Which, by the way, we also found out too, this place has changed their menu drastically.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff gone and a few things added on. So,
including this.
yeah, this is brand new. So we're gonna dig in, let you know how the food is later on, and we can talk a little bit about the lore here, which we found out a lot from our servers over here. We're gonna dig in. All right, I'm doing something extremely rare that normally we don't really get to do when we go to the restaurants here, and that is get dessert.
I would like to point out, I usually do that. Not anymore. Dylan's doing it this time.
Yeah. Although this is a rather different occasion, still.
I've learned something. He likes bread pudding.
Well,
Now,
I think the cinnamon was probably the
raisins.
giveaway, though.
If we can get him used to raisins, then I'll win him. No, you put raisins and rum in bread pudding.
No.
Yes.
No. So,
Yes.
real quickly, made food. How was it?
That's one of the best burgers I've ever had. And that garlic aioli was just,
That was amazing.
man, I told the waiter I want to take home a bottle so I can drink it because
it was
I think
good.
my dad would enjoy it as
It
well.
was good. Like, the fact that the sauces that they have here are just phenomenal. It's really, really good. So, this here that you're seeing for dessert is a cinnamon bread banana pudding, I believe, or bread pudding, excuse me. Cinnamon bread.
Cinnamon bread pudding.
Thank you. I cannot speak. But, yeah, this is one of the 4 desserts that they have over here.
And unfortunately, they jumped on the Dubai chocolate trend, and they have a Dubai chocolate cheesecake.
Yeah.
That's not gonna last long.
But let me tell you, this smells really good,
Does
though.
it come with boo-boo?
And ironic enough, like, when we were at Dollywood back in September, I mean, the cinnamon bread over there was...
Phenomenal.
Oh, man. That would be a vast understatement. A vast understatement. So, now we get to try a dessert version of this in some type of form. About ready to dig in, so let's do it. Well, we finished up at Mythos, the 10-time winner, #1 theme park restaurant in the world, according to Theme Park Insider. I know, it's the weirdest banner I've ever seen. They've always had it ever since I've been going, so that should tell you something.
Yeah.
But let me just say real quickly, a big thank you to everyone who was there, who really were accommodating and serving us.
Including you, Taylor, who,
Yes.
ironic enough,
Literally, the building is right next to Poseidon's Fury. It's like the irony is so delicious. It really is. And also to the 2 big managers that were also running the ship over there. They were great. I believe Mitchell was the big one, though.
yes.
Yes, and a lot of Chicagoans in the area. So thank you, Chicago Nation, stand up. So yes, that was great, though. Awesome. Easily, Lynn, I think it's safe to say that was probably the best time we've ever had in that restaurant. Like, that was like the best of the best food that we've ever had.
Definitely.
Hands down. And shout out to the people making the desserts too. You all are freaking crazy, but it was good. All right, now that we've got the thanks out of the way,
Let's do Hagrid's.
yes, there has been literally no one here in the park, and we're gonna test that theory. Last we saw, Hagrid's was a 45-minute wait while we were still eating. We'll let you know what it is when we were about ready to put our stuff in the locker, and we'll go from there. As we're gonna hop in line, Hagrid's is a 65-minute wait. We're gonna test that theory out. Okay, I think you're already wondering what's going on. Why are we leaving WeTheCoasters and said nothing about Hagrid's? So, we did Hagrid's. We got off the ride, made a beeline to here, and I mean, when we say we barely made it, we...
Like 2,
Oh, not even 2 minutes. Like,
no, not really 2 minutes, but I mean, like, Hagrid's took about 20 minutes.
yes.
Give or take. Then 5 minutes to close. I actually ran. I did pass.
Yes.
I'm running for some reason, by the way.
Yes.
That's my niche now.
And as you can tell, park is closed.
Park is closed.
So-
Right over here.
We made a beeline here. And we made it here with like less than a minute to spare.
It was delayed, but they were letting people in.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure like we made it within like that like final like 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And boy, did it pay off. Oh my goodness.
Like, they got to a point where they closed off the front row, and also
row requests.
Any row requests. So no back row,
Yeah.
no row 6 for some reason.
They were ready to go.
They were ready to go home, and I do not blame them.
Now here's the funnier part.
Go ahead and say it.
Here's the funnier part. When we got on the ride, I think we were what, row 9.
Yeah.
So when we hopped on, I was seeing where we're at. I'm like,
there was a tiny line left.
Yeah. So when they cycled around, when we hit the station, there was like not even half a train filled. So secretly they let some of us go on again. So guess what?
This one girl that says, "Hey, we can go again," to her friend.
Yeah.
And they're already pushing on the back rows, and
they were already giving the motion. It was like, okay,
just get in.
Sweet.
Like, okay.
So to say we got back-to-back rides on WeTheCoasters without going around, thank you guys.
Unfortunately, like, we rode right behind each other, but
we still get on.
We got on.
So
2 rides back to back. And last train of the night.
Yes, that was the bigger part. I mean, I've done last train of the night before, and Lynn has technically too, but like, not in that type of way. That was like weirdly different. Not in a bad way, but just more like just weird.
Yeah.
But overall, interesting visit.
Yes.
Park was dead. Very dead.
Very dead.
But in a way, I could say this as a Floridian that's here, thank God. Because those spring break and Easter crowds were a nightmare. So
I can imagine.
Yeah. So
I was working.
If you do come to the parks, this is the time to go. Get on the rides. You have until now till Memorial Day. And then guess what that means, Lynn?
Or actually not really Memorial Day, but a little bit before, because some schools get released before Memorial Day.
Right. But metaphorically speaking of that.
Everybody's studying for the exams, you know?
And then everyone's like, we're done.
Let's go.
We're free. We're free.
We're free. Time to have a vacation now.
So, yeah. Take your visits now then. But as you could see there for the timeline that we are here, the park is closed. You know what that means? We gotta get leave.
Yep.
But at least we're staying at Helios, so.
Yep.
Other than that.
Means very pretty at night.
Yes. Literally. I mean, City Walk, Islands, Studios, all that. Like I said from before, next time we'll be at Universal, me specifically, 2 weeks from now, WeTheCoasters Journeys. We'll be back again, Florida trip round 2 with Kyle. Should be a lot of fun.
Don't worry, I won't show my face because I'll be working. I will have 2 consecutive days off.
Wow.
I promise that.
Look at that one.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, nobody's disappointed.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe to a brand new channel, hit that bell notification for any future uploads. Follow us on all of our socials, our Facebook, our X, and our Instagram. Once again, for Lynn and for myself, we'll see you guys later until the next video, no matter where we're at. We'll see you guys later. Till then, peace.